Hello, everyone. Welcome to Counseling 120, Managing Stress and Anxiety for Emotional Well-Being. So, hi, I'm the instructor for this class, and I'm super excited to be able to teach a class about a topic that I think pretty much everyone can relate with. So, why are you here, and what can you get out of this class? I just hope that you'll take advantage of the opportunity to not only get to know yourself a bit better by increasing your awareness of the effects of stress and anxiety and the effect that it can have on academic performance and emotional well being as it relates to your success in college and beyond. So, this course is transferable. It also meets Cal State General Ed Area E, which is lifelong understanding, and gets you 3 degree applicable or transferable units at the very same time. So, many of us face challenges that can be stressful, overwhelming, and just cause strong emotions such as anxiety, grief, fear, or worry. The key, though, is just to be able to recognize the signs of burnout in order to make healthier lifestyle choices, perhaps manage our emotions, and utilize campus resources for stress reduction and management. This includes awareness of your triggers and stressors that are unique to the college experience, such as time management, test anxiety, finances, getting that work life balance, just being motivated, perfectionism, social stressors, major and career exploration and the pressure that comes with that, self esteem, interpersonal relationships, and family dynamics. I mean, I can go on and on. But today, we are just inundated with all kinds of information, whether that's online, on social media, YouTube, streaming stuff, message boards, or just a quick text from, I don't know, friends and family giving you some advice or information about stress and stress management. It can just be info overload. So, we're going to start this class just nice and slow with the basics, just introducing the nature of stress. There are different sources of it and different symptoms, all of which can be psychological, emotional, physiological, mental, etc. We'll go into detail when we get to that topic very soon. But most importantly, what's the point of learning about it when you just don't know how you personally are going to react to it? How are you currently dealing with stress? How are you preventing it, coping with it? How do you find relief? Is it even working? How is academic stress different than work stress or relationship stress? All of these things at some point we're going to talk about in this class. So, using a positive psychology perspective, this course is going to help you explore and develop a variety of practical coping skills and techniques that can actually be applied in daily life. I'm hoping that this class is a way that you can experiment with a bunch of different approaches until you find something that works for you. All I ask is that you go in with an open mind and try, sincerely try, to take the time to just try something new. um, I have to say, what you get out of this class may depend on how much effort you actually put in it. And I suggest that you genuinely try out all these different techniques, activities, and take the time to just maybe even document or journal your experience. You might be able to BS your way through the class and read enough to, ace that final quiz. I'm confident of that, but I encourage you to really invest in yourself. Give these clinically proven strategies and stress management techniques a shot. Each type of technique will be presented with a pretty concise background and information, followed by step-by-step exercises. As you practice these techniques, you'll gain, hopefully, new insight into your personal stress response and learn how to reestablish balance and a sense of well-being in your life. I'll have class notes, videos, podcasts, resources, and links for you. But I think the textbooks that I've chosen will be very, very helpful, and 2 are absolutely free and easily accessible online and downloadable. So, what's unique about your textbooks, I guess? Well, the first textbook, which you see right there, the relaxation and stress reduction workbook, is that it just zeroes in on what's relevant to you. That is, the stressors in your life and how you react to them. I do think this book's legit. I mean, you could read about the three authors on the very last page of it. Once you've identified the sources of your stress, though, your most disturbing symptoms, and how you typically cope with them, you're then directed to the techniques that will help you in your particular situation. We all have busy lives, so you don't have to waste your time reading material that isn't necessarily relevant to you or your specific needs. Instead, you could focus on simple step by step instructions that'll kind of teach you how to feel even just a little bit better now. There are a few topics, though, that I believe everyone should be introduced to, such as breathing, relaxing, meditation, self compassion. I can't emphasize that enough. Relieving worry, refuting irrational thoughts, because, we always get in our head sometimes, and then facing fears and avoidance. And that includes procrastination. So, how will these books in the class help you again? So, the first workbook that I just mentioned is based on the author's collective 35 plus years of clinical experience working with clients with symptoms of tension and stress, like insomnia, worry, high blood pressure, headaches, chronic pain, depression, road rage. When they sought help, many of these people reported that they experienced some kind of transition, such as a loss, a change in job, a move. The authors say that stress can be defined as just, quote, a change to which you must adapt. So most people describe feeling worn down by everyday hassles, such as dealing with inconsiderate or rude people, commuting long distances, caring for children or elderly relatives or both, managing tons of paperwork, balancing school with other responsibilities. In fact, one of the clients that the authors referred to, um, I guess, recalled this as a wearing down process, a death by a thousand cuts. So, warning to you all, unmanaged stress can have a cumulative effect that may lead to major psychological and physical illnesses. Some clients even admitted that their less successful stress management strategies led them to working harder and faster. They numbed their pain. They self soothed themselves with drugs, alcohol, food. They were just constantly worrying about their problems. They were procrastinating. And they were, worst of all, taking their frustrations out on others. These are all very unhealthy coping mechanisms. And you know what? If I speak for myself, I'm a self proclaimed type A personality, always on the go, to do list, checklist, high expectations of myself. And as I age, I realize bits and pieces of auto stress can take a toll. And that's this auto stress concept is something you're going to read a little bit about for your first discussion. But I've personally attempted to try all of these things myself, and make it a habit. Let's say force myself to do all of these tips and techniques that I'm actually teaching to all of you. I've tried it myself. And I'm a person that doesn't have patience for meditation. I'm thinking about all kinds of stuff, you know, when should I be relaxing, how to be in the moment. But, it's something that I've tried, and still continue to struggle with. So I think we could all, do this together. And I'm making a commitment to walk the walk with all of you at the same time. Each week, you do your activities, I'll do the same to keep myself accountable too. So, speaking of avoidance, the last time I really struggled a lot was when I was writing my dissertation after finishing my PhD program. You see, I got through 70 units of classes, but you have to do this like independent research and essentially write and publish like a book. I was sick of it. All I wanted to do was just be bored, watch TV, relax, go out with friends, loved ones, travel, just enjoy life. I just felt stuck. I was too far in to drop out. I'd already paid enough money, so I was like pretty depressed about that. Yet I was resentful and just deeply saddened by what I brought on to myself. I literally picked going back to school. So that was my choice. So avoidance. Man, I would browse the internet, I would go on my phone, I would make excuses, I would just do anything not to get started. I was burnt out. That's when I realized the power of a support system, focusing on the positive and just how to get and stay motivated. And my love for positive psychology just formed, and just how to get unstuck. Like, how do you do that when you just feel at a loss, or in that moment you perceive everything as just feeling hopeless? So that's my goal for all of you, just to have the know-how and the tools to calm your minds, turn around any self-defeating behavior, and just take control of your hectic lives. I can't claim to understand completely what you guys are all going through. And I know every single situation and every single person in this class is completely different. But I hope that some of these techniques, again, could just be something you could apply to your everyday life. So, some fast facts. Did you know recent research supports that it's just simply better to face your troubles than to run away from them? Although escaping painful feelings like anxiety, depression, and anger may make you feel better in the short run, in the long run, though, avoidance prevents you from having positive corrective experiences associated with facing these painful feelings. So, for example, dropping a speech class because you're just worried about blowing a talk in front of a group of strangers. And this may alleviate your anxiety immediately by getting rid of this class, but you don't get the experience of surviving by giving a talk and the confidence that comes from learning that you can actually do it imperfectly. Remember what I just said right now, imperfectly. That's okay. So instead, you continue to live in the fear of public speaking, and the next time you're faced with giving a talk in a big group, you're terrified and you're just stifled and frozen. This can apply to a bunch of things. This is why I include a module just on tolerating uncertainty, acknowledging your fears, your feelings, your distressing thoughts, all the stuff to relieve any kind of worry and anxiety. The hope is that these techniques will help strengthen your ability to tolerate your fears and your self doubts, as well as build up that self confidence so you can accomplish your goals that much more effectively. So, bottom line, while you can learn about stress reduction techniques, this class emphasizes doing and application. It's going to be a little more hands on. I know it's online, but it's going to be hands on. So you can actually see what works for you and what doesn't. I know I keep saying that, but I want to emphasize that life is hard enough. This class is meant to be a safe space that you could set aside some time to just focus on exploring you. Other chats in this class will cover topics like how to zero in on the specific stressors in your life and how you react to them, techniques that will help you in your situation, how to relax your body, calm your mind, turn around self defeating behavior, as I've said before, take control of your hectic life. By the end of the course, I hope you will have eliminated techniques that you've learned about that may not be especially helpful. And you have at least your own personalized cheat sheet or self help guide that's been tested, tried and true, and approved by you. So, all right, that's it for now. So, I'll go ahead and meet you on the discussion board and we'll chat again soon.